We've just done the Dubai qualifications and we've got the wonderful Sharon. I'm not going to tell your background and what have you because she's going to come up and give us a fantastic testimony. I want to say congratulations for qualifying, Sharon, and come up and share your story with us. And a big loud cheer. Sorry, Dan. No work. No. No. Okay. No. Hey. At least I don't have a stage to fall off today. Right. Craig. Oh, I think I've got. Craig and I joined Clean Easy 11 years ago. Our 11th anniversary was just in September. We were both fisheries scientists and spent a lot of time away from home. Government employees, so the basic wage was pretty awful, but we did have the opportunity to do a lot of time away from home and get overtime, which we always took the opportunity to do. We were both very ambitious, but the possibilities just weren't there for us. I was disgruntled with my lot, but I didn't really think, with my qualifications and my background, that what else could I really do, certainly being based in Aberdeen. And then, in September 2002, I came back from Marks and Spencer's, having gone to get my lunch, and found a card just like this on my windscreen. I was intrigued. I hadn't a clue what it was about. I'd never seen anything like it before. I'd never seen these adverts in the paper. I just thought, it's going to be too good to be true, but I'll do it anyway. I left my lab address because I thought if something lands on the doorstep, Craig's just going to go, what on earth is she doing now? So I got it sent to work, opened the pack, realised it was Clean Easy, threw it in the bin. But I was bored at lunchtime and took it out just for nosiness, and it was just a light bulb moment. And I just thought, I could do this. So I was then got the DVD sent to me, and in the info pack, there was a cheque for $2,260, which was just the figure I needed to replace my income. The network was in qualification for Monte Carlo at the time. Travel is one of the things that we spend a lot of our income on, so that was a massive plus. Still haven't been there yet, but certainly one of these days will be. Craig wasn't very impressed when I told him I was going to do Clean Easy, but he, after watching the DVD, he realised what I'd seen and said, well, we'll give it 6 months. Our first cheque was £226, and then it was really just a case that first year of going through the pay plan, got to 21% pretty much 12 months after we signed up. We're able to buy a card just for Clean Easy, with our Clean Easy income from the year. And then another 12 months later, pretty much, it was almost 2 years to the day that we joined, we went gold. I imagined I would go gold much quicker than that, but that's just life. People come and go, you've got other responsibilities, but we got there in the end. It wasn't a massive income for a gold cheque, but we weren't big retailers, and there was a lot of people contributed to us going gold, so we were obviously delighted with £856 extra a month on top of our other two incomes. In 2004, we also managed to upgrade from our 2-bedroom flat to a 6-bedroomed house in the country, which I'd love to say that Clean Easy paid for that, but we did have 2 good salaries. But what we did have, we pushed the boat out with the mortgage because we knew that if we were tight, all we needed to do was put out some more catalogues, and we knew that income would be there. A few months later, we went senior. I was up in Lerwick working. It was the days before communications were as good as they are today. I didn't even know I'd gone senior. But by this point, we're now getting a cheque of £1,300. And as I say, I wasn't even there for 2 of those weeks when we did that. And then in 2006, I said to Craig, look, I'm really struggling to move this business forward, working full-time, being away from home for so much. And we both knew that this was our future. So I went to work one day and said, can I go part-time? They weren't very impressed. They're used to people wanting to go full-time, part-time to look after people, but certainly not to build a business. So it took a bit of convincing, but eventually said I could have one day off a week. The network was in qualification for Mauritius. It's the one I really, really wanted. And we managed to help another distributor get to 21% that year, but we didn't quite get up to bronze that year. But we did then hit the £2,000 barrier with our income, which was getting very close to what I needed to leave the lab. And then 2007, because we were so close at the end of 2006, we went bronze in period 2, which 2213, I didn't quite get that 2260 I was looking for, but we had qualified for Phuket and Cannes by going bronze in early 2007. And then 2010, eventually managed to sack the boss, and then got a new boss, that's his name. So I gave up work in April 2010, and by May, he was part of the family. So it's 2011, we were able to go to New York with Clean Easy. I'd always wanted, as a child, I wanted to stay in the Waldorf Astoria, so for me that was the push to go to New York. New York as a destination didn't really interest me, but we really wanted to go there. And then 2013 was Dubai. Well, when we go next month, I can't believe it's less than 3 weeks away. This will be our 5th journey to Dubai. It's the most amazing place on earth. But the one thing that I really wanted from Dubai was the gala dinner in Armani Hotel, because no matter how many times we go to Dubai, we'll never, ever be able to do that. But the reason that I got to Dubai was because of my girls. Lynn asked them to speak today, but nobody could come along with me, so I'm going to do little testimonials for them, because without them, I wouldn't be standing here today. Debbie joined our team on the 2nd of October last year, did 13% in our first 3 weeks, 15% in our second period, and then went gold in March. She's had a lot of challenges along the way, but just kept her head down and got there. Gary and Rhonda was a customer of mine. Now, it would be very, very easy for me to judge Rhonda and think she'll never want to do something like Clean Easy. They live in this amazing home, but their circumstances have changed, and she needed something that was flexible. She was a nurse in her previous life, and she just didn't want to go back to it. She was going to have to start earning again. We were out walking the dogs one Tuesday, and she said, "Oh, I'm just dreading going back to nursing." And I said, "Well, you don't need to." And by the time the day was out, Gary and Rhonda were in our team. Excuse me. They obviously had a massive why, and they joined at the end of October last year. She did 13% again in her first 3 weeks, went gold in March. She retailed a lot of it the first period, just to get into the qualification, and got herself a cheque for $3,230. She had incredible challenges along the way, but I've never seen anybody with the determination that she has shown this year to get through her qualification. Sue joined my team in April. Again, she was another customer who I would have thought would never have needed Clean Easy. Her husband's the vice president of an oil company, but she wanted it for different reasons. She wanted flexibility because her daughter has got something that she needs to go to the hospital on a regular basis. Work wasn't really working for her anymore, so she got in touch in April and just took it from there. Went 10% the first period, sacked her boss in August, and went 15% in her first full period in August. And got herself a cheque for £805, which she was absolutely delighted with. Well, actually, can I go back? Does it go? Yeah. What I will say is the sales that these 3 girls put through my account as activations did 90% of the sales for my Dubai qualification. So it's not a case of needing lots and lots and lots of people. These girls were so teachable and just went out and did it. So it's really a case of looking for the right people in amongst the numbers. And goals for the end of the year, 10 wide, which I'm not going to do. I know that I'm not going to do that now. £3,000 cheque, I'm determined to do it in November. And I don't have a kitchen right now, so the week after we come home from Dubai, I should have my new kitchen. So that's me. Thank you very much.